So, how do we feel about Texas right now? Texas is in the dark.
Who gives you're happy. You hate Texas.
I do hate
You know,
Texas.
we got two cousins that live there. They're having problems with that. Kyle and then
Yeah, what do they say
Aaron.
the situation's like?
he's got a new job. He was supposed to start last week, but it's been held up. He's in Austin, and they've been, I guess, where he's at, out of power and out of water.
Hey, I hope they're doing okay, but you know what? That's what you get for moving to Texas. You know, people moved from California because there was too many power outages to Texas. They get their power turned off. And it's way colder there than it was in California.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even in the northern part of California in the mountains, like, I doubt it got as cold as freaking 5 degrees. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like if Texas is... it's a very Texan thing, like... We're Texas. Like, we're not going to connect to a larger power grid because we don't want da-da-da-da-da. And then a bad thing happens, and like, how could it happen? How could it happen?
Dude,
it's because
no.
you're being a bunch of stubborn asshats.
No, they're connected. Like,
They're not. No, Texas's grid is independent of any neighboring state. Most states have a power grid connected to neighboring states so they can pull power if they need to in a time
they were
of need.
pulling from Kansas in the
No, they
in
were
Midwest.
not.
Yes,
No,
they
I
were.
thought
Their
they were-
power grid is...
I thought they were part of that Midwest power grid.
They're not.
Yeah, because
no.
the reason
Texas
we...
they're
no,
not.
No.
They're not.
They
are
I
not.
talked to power guys at the Cozy Burger, which I went to with you and Kyle.
That actually sounds kind of delicious.
It's a restaurant in Salina?
Yeah, but we had me, Nathan, and Kyle put down 30 cozies. They were like, "Oh, how many we gonna eat, Ethan? Were you
Maggie, can we get a
competition?"
fact check on this?
And then we went to supper
Yeah, then we got ice cream
and beer.
But
This is last night?
they were
No,
talking
this
about
is last year.
at the Cozy Burger place. They were talking about one of the reasons we were downing our power here is it's getting sent south, like in the Midwest.
That's what I heard.
Right,
too.
because we're connected to Oklahoma. We're connected to neighboring states, but Texas is not part of that.
They said it was a direct response to providing power for Texas. That's fine. That's fine.
Here, Maggie, we're getting a fact check here. Okay.
She's not a fact checker. She does not appreciate
Who's
fact checking.
Really? Are you offended by our fact check request?
I could just tell you. She probably doesn't like it. She's got her baseball cap on, so she doesn't have to look anybody.
Okay, well, she doesn't have to fact check.
Yeah,
us.
I'm sure appreciate it. I mean, we do need to get to the bottom of that.
I mean, I just know I'm right, and it's a little bit harder that you guys want
You
to
got
admit
2-on-1 here, so now what?
And that dude and Nathan's been working on a wind farm for the last 6 months as a side gig.
Yeah, another side. Actually, that's sad because that just kind of ended in Mineola. But so, does that have anything, in your opinion? I mean, this is all political, but the windmills and the generation there, them not working because they're froze, is that a
Right.
part of that?
I mean, I know that the natural gas lines, some of them froze too. So I think there were problems with the energy supply. For me, how do I put this? Right. So let's say they were only natural gas. There was no wind or solar. Maybe this doesn't happen. But like to me, the thing that like they should have done is like be part of the larger power grid. Like to me, that's the real cause of what happened.
I disagree. Because like they have gas lines there, and actually, interestingly enough, one of the largest gas suppliers in the country is Southwest Kansas. One of the biggest natural gas wells, or whatever you want to call it. Also, the world's largest. What is it? What fills up balloons? Helium. One of the largest helium deposits in the world is in Southwest Kansas, which is becoming more and more of a depleted resource because you can't manufacture it.
Helium?
Yeah. So the only way that occurs naturally is like around, I think, radioactive
So
material.
what's helium have to do with Texas's power?
Okay, so anyway, there's all this. Yeah.
Like,
I think it's just really cool
I'm letting you go, but I really don't understand how this deals with the larger.
because they're in the same place where we have these huge natural gas deposits in Southwest Kansas, which are sent south. I mean, they're sent everywhere.
Now, I think natural gas supply might be connected to Texas, but the actual power grid, like the ability to pull power from neighboring states, Texas is not connected. And if they had just done that, like every other state does, they would not have had this issue.
I would also say this though, if the same thing happened in Louisiana and they are connected.
Yeah, Louisiana didn't have the same troubles that Texas did.
But
Louisiana was able to get back online much faster.
But they didn't have anywhere. The the cold front didn't touch Louisiana like it touched. Like the worst of it was confined to the Great Plains. The South got cold, but the Great Plains was easily the
we
coldest.
were really freaking cold.
Right.
Look, we
But-
were much colder than Texas, and still somehow we were able to handle it.
But
So-
we're used to colder temperatures. That's
well,
what I'm
no,
saying.
we're just freaking Kansas, and they're Texas.
Okay.
Okay, we
I agree.
actually we have big cajones, and they just like to talk about their small ones like they're big.
Okay. Yeehaw. No, like they never experienced temperatures like that. If that would have happened anywhere,
Where?
what,
Where?
dude?
I got no pity for Texas here.
if Wisconsin,
Let them freeze.
if Wisconsin got temperatures that were 30 below what they usually get, you're easily going to have the same issues.
Wisconsin be able to handle that. Kansas, we were down to 20 freaking below Monday, and we handled it fine.
I hate that shit. Because we experience 0-degree weather probably once a year, maybe.
How did we handle it fine when we had massive rolling power outages?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not really
My power
fine,
supply
but-
was not affected, and I know here you guys were
So
down for
just
an hour
because
or
yours
two.
is not, you're good.
You guys
Yeah,
were down
you're
for like
warm.
an hour in Tampa.
I
was
wasn't
it.
out any, but
And we didn't need to be out, but we were sending power down south. Unless
Right, because
you know.
we were able to handle ourselves, and we just had to help other people.